right now with a little bit of an update on our approaching winter storm, which will be here literally the next few hours. As we get past midnight, snow will start moving into and through the QCA, getting east of the river into Illinois, probably before 1 a.m. Snow starting off rather dry, but the intensity will pick up, and we'll get some wet snow during the day on Saturday. And even by the time you wake up, we could be dealing with our first 3 to possibly 6 inches of snow. So roads not going to be looking good from the get-go. So let's take a look at what we've got in terms of our cameras here as we go ahead and show you the Quad Cities from our various Skyview cameras. Cloudy skies now, no snow falling at this point, and again, it will be a while. And this is something we'll keep an eye on as well. Our local traffic cameras, boy, up in northwestern Iowa, earlier this evening, we already saw snow-covered roads up towards Sioux City. Snowing in Des Moines, so that band of snow is heading our way. And as we go through the overnight hours, again, that snow will start picking up, and we'll be snowing all day tomorrow. So as we continue to go through, our Saturday day and then Saturday evening and Saturday night, the snow will be continuing right on through into Sunday. And boy, it will be stacking up. Here you go with the radar right now. We've got the heavier snow towards central Iowa where you see those darker blues. Right here in the Quad Cities, nothing really hitting the ground other than a few flurries probably at most, if that is even happening. But when we get into the middle of the night through the morning hours, again, we'll be picking up our first few inches of accumulation, and the snow will be continuing as we go through our Saturday. Right now, not much snow south of Interstate 80, but it's all north of I-80, and it has been snowing there for a few hours now. And as we take a look at Exact Track, from 10 o'clock to midnight, you can see that snow making its way toward the Mississippi River. And then crossing the Mississippi River into early Saturday morning, you see those dark blues. That's when the snow will start to become fairly moderate to even heavy bands of snow from time to time. And as we get into the middle of the morning, let's say 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, we might notice our first lull in intensity. It's not necessarily going to stop snowing, but the intensity will be down a little bit before we get into the afternoon, and that's when you see those darker blues on the map. That's when the snow will start picking up once again, and we'll start to head toward those final totals. In terms of accumulations, we'll get to those in just a few moments. Into the evening, we'll start to notice areas far south of Highway 34 either getting into a break from the snow or even some rain, but I think that's going to stay south of the TV6 viewing area, so all of us will continue to see the accumulating snow right on through our Saturday evening and into Saturday night, and that's when our snow will finally start to taper off the middle of the night, Saturday night into Sunday morning. And when we awake Sunday morning, likely looking at a winter wonderland, and if you like snow, you're going to like your view. But that snow will not necessarily be completely done early Sunday morning. We could see a few flurries before we get to the afternoon. And unfortunately, that's when the winds will start blowing as well. So that means some blowing and drifting snow on the tail end of this system after that snow gets a little bit lighter, a little bit more fluffy, and that's when the roads will still be pretty bad, but at least at that point, crews can make way on the main roads and then get to the side roads starting later Sunday into even Monday. But here's some more news about Monday after a cloudy start. Look at that. Into the afternoon, some more snow sneaking onto the map, and we could even see another additional 1 to 2 inches possible late Monday afternoon into the evening. We're really going to have to wait for the Saturday-Sunday system to get out of here before we can do much about Monday. But for the time being, our first alert day details, heavy snow Saturday, some blowing snow on Sunday, and again, the roads will not be in good shape all day Saturday, all day Sunday, until they can get the plows out and make some inroads on those roads. As we get back to the maps, then, as we move ahead here, what we want to show you is what's going to come our way in terms of all that snow. And the totals, don't be shocked, maybe a little bit for our first snow of the season, but 8 to 13 or more inches of total snowfall across the area. That means a minimum of about 8 to 10 in all areas, with some areas getting a foot or more by the time this all calms down into early Sunday. So dangerous travel conditions, and I know a lot of you have to go to work. Just give yourselves plenty of extra time and try to stay on as many main roads as possible, because those will be the ones that get plowed first. We're also under a winter storm warning until 6 in the morning Sunday. And as we take a look at some of these snowfall totals, yeah, the potential here pretty high. Again, on the low end, 8 to 10 inches, but I think a lot of us will surpass that, and we'll be looking at snowfall totals of anywhere between, say, 12 and maybe 13 inches, 14 inches. And again, by the time it's all said and done with, some of these higher amounts could be in different areas in the QC. But again, I'm thinking we are pretty much looking at those totals above 8 to 10 inches and possibly easily into that 1 foot category, if not a little bit more. So that's what we'll be looking at in terms of snowfall totals. And we'll take a look at our storm system in depth a little bit farther. Let's take a look at some of the questions we have. Do I think 16 inches of snow is a little high? Not necessarily. If we get some warm air within this system, especially Saturday afternoon into Saturday night, that could cause some intense areas of snow that might add 2 as much as 3 inches to those high ends. So that could be taking 14-inch totals up to 15 or 16 inches pretty easily. And again, it's just these are going to be snow totals that really hamper travel. So keep that in mind. Yeah, it's been a while since we've had what you will call a winter wonderland if you like snow. If you don't like snow, you'll be calling it something else completely. But let's see. The timing, again, tonight, starting around midnight, either side of the Mississippi River, give or take an hour. Obviously a little sooner west of the river, a little later east of the river into Illinois. And our snowfall totals on the low end, about 8 to 10 to 12 inches. On the high end, 10 to as much as 14 inches. And again, this storm, if it doesn't bring enough warm air, then we could be looking at that 14-inch area become 15, 16 inches by the time it's all said and done with. So takeaway is that this is going to be a high-impact snow, no doubt about it. You'll want to avoid travel if you can, but I know a lot of you have to get to work, and that's just something that you're going to have to consider, giving yourself a lot of extra travel time. No doubt about it. As far as the winds are concerned, on Sunday we'll see gusts around 25 miles per hour, and by then we'll have had a few hours of some light and fluffy snow. So that will blow and drift across area roads, and that will likely be a pretty huge issue because, again, traveling, if you don't have to travel anywhere, that is the takeaway. Stay home if you can. All right, speaking about travel, here's a look at holiday travel in general across the U.S. We'll get through this pretty quickly because, of course, the main story for Saturday will be our snow here in the Midwest, and this extends into South Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and as far south as southern Illinois and northern Missouri. And then we're looking at showers, even some thunderstorms on the southern end of the system from St. Louis to Memphis. Down even toward Dallas. Western half of the country doing really well. High temperatures tomorrow. Here comes the cold air, 18 in Bismarck, 25 in Minneapolis. And as we jump ahead to Sunday, this is where a lot of you have probably pushed your travel plans back to. Here we'll be digging out. They'll be getting some snow and rain in the northeast. Southern part of the country, we'll get some rain showers from Alabama right on up into Virginia and then back west. A lot of quiet weather, but if you are a skier, it's going to be a skier's paradise around Salt Lake City, the Wasatch Mountains, and into the Rockies and Colorado. And as we go to the Pacific Northwest, dry conditions there, but those highs, look at Des Moines, 19. Yeah, the colder air coming atop of all that snow. 51 in Atlanta, 74 in Phoenix. And on the horizon, yeah, another snow system Monday afternoon. We'll wait till the Saturday, Sunday system gets out of the way, but Monday we could be looking at another additional 1 to 2 inches of snow. All right, let me take some of your questions here as we go ahead, and we'll keep Monday's map on the screen there for you. Will it be okay to drive around town in a few hours? I'm assuming you're meaning Friday night in the next few hours. Probably till maybe 2 or 3 in the morning, but even at that point, beyond about 2 or 3 a.m., our snow will be picking up enough that roads will start to get a little bit iffy out there. And if you're hearing about thunder snow, again, not going to promise thunder snow, but as I mentioned before, if we get some warm air with this system, and I'm not going to get meteorological about it, but that could boost our snow totals by at least a couple, 3 inches. So by the time it's all said and done with, and the greatest chance for that happening would be tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. And that could boost some of our snowfall totals by 2 or 3 inches. And again, look at our high side now, 13, 14 inches, so add 2 to 3 to that, and you know what you've got. All right, let's see. We've got Clinton. Clinton snow totals, again, about the same. Everybody's due for about 10 to 12 inches across the board. Some areas will be a little bit higher than that. Let's see, let it snow. I know. See, a lot of you who love snow, you're finally getting your day. Mother Nature's going to be making up for a lot of lost time here early in this snow season. All right, yeah, plow guys will be busy, and the plow guys, you're going to be making some money, that's for sure. Let's see if we've got any more questions on Facebook over here. Wet and heavy, light and fluffy. That's a good question. Now, it's going to start out rather light and fluffy because of the cold temperatures tonight. But as we get to our highs tomorrow in the low 30s, that's when the snow is going to become a little bit more wet. And that would be the snowball, kind of snowman snow. But then as soon as we get into the evening and the temperatures start to really drop tomorrow night, then it gets to be a light and fluffy snow. And that's what will start blowing around as we get into Sunday. And this system starts wrapping up with some stronger gusts around 25, maybe 30 miles per hour as well. Do we need to worry about power outages? That is a good question. We're not going to have really strong winds, and thankfully the trees have lost most of their leaves, so we're not going to get a heavy snow load on the trees. But again, we will have a few hours of heavy snow, so we can't rule out power outages. I just don't think with this system they'll be that widespread because we don't have the combination of a lot of leaves on the trees that will catch that snow and a lot of high winds up around 35 to 40. That won't be part of the system. So that's also some good news. So as we move ahead here, and we'll get to more of your questions, as we look at those temperatures right now, still upper 20s to low 30s. So as that snow starts to move in, again, maybe starting off a little wet, sticking to the roads pretty quickly, and then fluffing up a little bit, drying out as we get toward morning. We'll leave this up here. This is your 24-hour forecast, and you can see what happens tonight. We get that snow in, and then tomorrow we get those temperatures in the low 30s. Let's see, what are the chances it'll be less than 4? I don't think anybody is going to get less than 4 inches here in the QC. We're kind of in the bullseye with this system, which is something that we don't usually see around here, but it looks like that's going to be the case. Let's see. Do you want to build a snowman? Yeah, I do. I hope we all do too, because tomorrow might be the time for it when we hit those highs in the low 30s. Don't be scared, anyone. Just be prepared. I mean, this happens all the time. We get snow this time of year, and we're just going to have to get through it. Best thing you can do is just be smart about it. If you don't have to travel, stay off the roads. But if you do have to travel, just take your time. Because, again, we know that a lot of you have to get out and go to work tomorrow and even Sunday before they get all the roads cleared up. So, you know, we just want you to take as much time as you can and be careful about it. A lot of you want to hear about that thunder snow, so we'll see what happens. But all right, so there is again that 24-hour forecast. You can see that we're going to get snow really all day Saturday. Once it starts tonight, it's really not going to end until Saturday night into early Sunday. And since that's going to be the case, you just have to get ready to hunker down for this one. Just keep tabs out your window. And let me also say this, that if you've got some nice snow shots from your yard, or if you have a GoPro and you can do a time lapse, if that patio table starts to fill up with snow, we'd love to see it. So go to our app and you can find out where to send that, or on our Facebook page, drop it there. But for the time being, I will sign off here for the evening. We'll be back at 10 with the latest. Hopefully football doesn't go late, but we'll be back with the latest at 10 o'clock tonight, and we'll leave you once again with that 24-hour forecast, folks. Get ready. We've got snow on the way, winter storm warning, and first alert day right through Saturday.